Shows Ritu Arora, CIO of Canara HSBC OBC Life Insurance, with her view on the market. Afternoon, Ritu. Thank you so much for joining us live on Street Fit at lunch. Your sense of what's going on in the market right now, because the Sensex has seen some 900 points getting shaved off in the last 4 trading sessions. Do you think this correction was, in a sense, inevitable? And are we likely to be in this range of about 5,300 to 5,500 in the near term?
Thank you for having me on the show. The market had seen a sharp rally in January, as we all know, and today trades at a valuation of about 14.5 times FY13 and 16 times FY12, which is not a very expensive valuation for the market to be in, because we also see positive tractions on economic front. Having said that, the rally probably would have more legs if we saw positive outcome on state elections, monetary and RBI policy budget that's likely to come out in couple of days now. Having said that, crude is a big concern that remains, and that has been a spoil sport, and it is a very grave concern for India, being a net importer, and it has a huge impact on our fiscal deficit. So I think crude is a key concern which is dampening the sentiment at this point in time. Market likely, I think, would be range bound. But the long-term positives in economies are building up, and we see intent on the part of the government to come out with policy actions which are all long-term positive. But crude remains a joker in the pack, which could surprise us on the negative.
Ritu, hi, afternoon. Your thoughts on the kind of restructuring that we've seen at the Vedanta Group, and whether or not the concerns on Sesa Goa are fair? And do you really think that the minority shareholders of Sesa Goa continue to be the least of the beneficiaries out of this merger process?
I do not have a stock-specific recommendation to make or a view to share on this stock. As institutional insurance investors, we are not permitted to be talking about stocks.
Fair point. Just getting back to the point, Ritu, that you were making about oil prices, does it seem like perhaps now that we've seen an escalation in oil prices, there may be some pullback in the near term, and perhaps there would be some resolution to the kind of geopolitical tensions that we are seeing in Iran? Or do you think this is going to be a one-way upward trajectory that we are going to see for crude prices?
Difficult to predict what one would see on crude prices, but I would hope that there would be some consolidation there. I think the geopolitical risk is far too concerning for it to really play out, because then it'll be the worst fears coming true, and then not just crude, there'll be bigger challenges on hand. So I would expect it to play, while the concerns to remain for a while, I do not expect it to culminate in the worst form. Having said that, crude will continue to play its role and dampen sentiments on stock markets, I would think, at least for the next week or so, till things settle down a bit. And even otherwise, we had seen a one-directional rally in equity markets, and some kind of a breather and pause is very much warranted and not surprising. And the crude has been the trigger for that, and I think it would be range-bound and sober for next week or so.
Ritu, the two defensive FMCG and pharma have just not participated in the rally over the last month and a half or so. Do you think it's time now to get into these two pockets as well?
It is naturally in a rally you would not expect defensives like FMCG or pharma to participate, but they do have a place in the portfolio because this cannot be a unidirectional movement in the market. And one will have to very delicately balance between interest rate sensitives and defensives like FMCG and pharma, and both need to find their place in our portfolio at this point in time. Going forward, since we expect economy to start showing positive traction, of course budget and elections are key determinants of that, but in general we see positive traction, and hence I would recommend addition of actually interest rate sensitives, because that is where bigger gains are likely to be made rather than pharma and FMCG kind of stocks, but they will offer the downside stability, and it will hold the portfolio in case we see corrections like we are seeing currently, which could be triggered by crude or other economic factors, global or domestic.
Ritu, there still seems to be a lot of pent-up demand for Indian equities. You just talked about rate sensitives, but besides that, what sectors do you think institutional money would actually chase at the current juncture? Would infrastructure also be one of the spaces?
I agree with you. There are a lot of players who have not had an opportunity to participate in this up move till now, especially domestic institutional investors, and that in fact to me provides the bottom support for the market. There are a lot of people who missed out on this rally and are waiting to enter the market. Having said that, I think sectors that will enjoy favor will be those sectors which were beaten down. We already saw a lot of movement in interest rate sensitives like banks, capital goods, infrastructure, etc. I would prefer to stick with those names which have strength of balance sheet and have a better visibility on improvement in business. Because the going is still tough. It is not completely turned rosy. As far as institutions, I think there might be interest coming back in IT because it again offers a natural hedge to crude prices going up and if possibly even currency getting impacted. So I would think besides interest rate sensitive, some form of exposure to defenses, IT would be another sector one could look at. And there are very big names there, and I think institutional investors have always respected that sector for the good governance.
Right. Ritu, a quick final call from you on your own expectation from the budget. Do you think it's going to be a bit of a more of the same budget that we've seen over the last couple of years, or do you think there could be some breakthrough as far as key reforms are concerned, which the market has been eagerly awaiting?
I would expect this budget to be different. This is a budget which has a very defining impact on the trajectory of Indian economy over the next couple of years. I would expect there to be a shift in government spending from consumption to investment, which is very much needed at this point in time. I'm hoping there would be non-tax sources of revenue which will help plug the deficit gap. I'm hoping to see more of reforms, not just in form of budgets, but from the government over the next couple of months. So I definitely hope and think that corporate tax and taxing individuals should not be the only way to plug this fiscal deficit that we are likely to see now again with crude rising. That adds to the pressure. And I'm hoping for a different and more positive investment-oriented budget from the government.